Welcome back in another video. In this video, we're gonna break down a concept that can be a little bit confusing for a lot of people. And this is actually answering one of your questions. What does creation is finished mean? What does it mean nothing is created nor destroyed? This is something that Neville Goddard and a lot of other spiritual teacher or creation teacher talk about. But it's not something that is often easy to logically understand, because how can something be here when it is not here in physical reality? So how can nothing be created or destroyed, and how can everything be finished already? Let's break down this concept so that you can get a better understanding, but also how you can see how you can apply this in your life. So before we start, guys, I want to invite you to subscribe on this channel if you like these videos, if you want to see more of this type of videos. Thank you for helping me grow and for watching those videos. Now, the first thing when it comes to creation is finished, I want you to understand this. The first law of thermodynamics will tell you that energy is neither created nor destroyed, it is transmuted. We could say that if the universe is like a circle, everything inside the circle is energy. And you can say that it's 100% of energy, okay? That means that it never goes down to 99, it never goes down to 101%. It is always a certain amount of energy that can change form, that can change frequency, and that can change and come up in so many infinite different forms. Example, I can have a bottle of water that is liquid. If I heat up that water, it will become steam. If I freeze it, it will become ice. If I take a piece of pizza and I eat it, my body will process it and eventually it will become me. So the pizza has been transmuted into a different form of energy that fits my body, and then I use that energy to do something else. This is so important to understand. A tree can come and become a furniture, it can become a chair, it can become a piece of paper, it can become a chopstick, it can become so many different things from the same form, and then it can just become, burn it, and it becomes nothing. But it never becomes nothing, it remains always energy. And everything around you that you see may appear solid, but it's actually 99.99% of empty space, energy. But we know that empty space is not empty. It is made of energy that is always vibrating at a certain frequency, and that's what makes it its current form in your physical reality. Or even your thoughts and your emotions are also a form of energy. Your emotions, when you feel angry or resentful about something that happened in the past, you're not letting go of something but destroying it. Letting go doesn't mean I'm gonna destroy it and then it's completely gone. No, it means that you have transmuted that energy that you felt in your body into something else, into a higher level of energy that feels better. The same with your thoughts. When you are conceiving and imagining and thinking about something that you want, no matter what that is, you are also creating something with the thoughts that you have, because they are also energy. Now, this is important to understand, okay? That means that if we look at life and at creation is finished from a different angle, if we look at it from a quantum physics perspective, in quantum physics, they will tell you that everything is energy, and that there's a field of energy that is everywhere, that connects everything, and that everything inside that energy is in a constant state, and that inside that field of energy, there are infinite amount of possibility. What do I mean by that? Quantum physics will tell you that the act of observing something is the act of creating something. Okay? This is called the observer effect. So how does that relate to creation is finished? Well, if you are observing, how do you observe something? You observe it through your mind, through your thoughts, through your perception. So if you're observing your bank account or your relationship or your body to be and to mean and to represent something, you are creating that, because that is what you're observing. So what you focus on expand, what you focus on you create. So that's what it means when we say, okay, you become what you think about most of the time. So this is so important to understand, because if everything is in a state of vibration. Everything is waiting for you to observe it. Everything is already there in a state of energy that you cannot experience through your five senses, but that you can experience through your imagination and your thoughts. You can connect like an antenna, you can connect to that intangible reality. And by connecting to it, you can observe it, and you can then collapse that field, collapse that wave into particle, okay? Now, to keep this extremely simple, your mind is the observer. So if we go on the board, this is where you are. We could say that past, present, future doesn't exist. It's all here. Here, right now, you are observing your life to be the way it is, mostly habitually based on your self-concept, okay? And that self-concept is what determines your future reality, the future timeline that you're going to be creating, the future things you're going to be attracting, the future relationship you're going to have, the future money you're going to make, everything. So nothing in the future is already in a state of physical existence, but everything is in a state of energy waiting for your attention to observe it, and so to create it in a different form, in a physical form. Does that make sense? Let's look at this through an example. If you have been here, and in the past you have been anxious, you have been very tough on yourself, you felt shy, you felt insecure about your body, you felt lack of confidence, and you really want to change your life, but you keep having all those thoughts, the doubt, and all this kind of weak, shy self-image. So you have lived a life in the past that brought you exactly where you are right now watching this video. So your self-concept is what, if you let it, is going to take you to more predictable outcome. So you could say that your past has become your predictable future because it had created your you in here and now. So how does creation is finished is relevant here? What does that really mean in this concept? Well, if you do not want to experience more of what you had, if you do not want to experience this reality, and you really want to experience that reality where you feel good about yourself, you have that nice, strong, fit body, you feel healthy, you have money, you're just in love with your life. Whatever you want to create, okay? You know that who you are, your state of consciousness, is what is observing the reality you're creating. So you can no longer be that same old person observing the same old things based on the past. You must become a new you, a new self-concept. And that person, in his thoughts or in her feelings, attitude and behavior, is going to observe a new reality. So that person, that new version of yourself, will start to resonate and harmonize with that new reality here. And so what you start to see is you start to see synchronicity, you start to see evidence, you start to see life mirroring something back to you. So in that sense, creation is finished means so what? Well, you did not create all those kind of things because it was already there in a state of vibration. It was always a possibility. That life was a possibility 10 years ago. But you never brought yourself to a level of understanding, to a level of mind, to a level of consciousness that made it possible. So as you become that person, you're gonna feel very odd about this reality, about that mindset, about this version of yourself here. You're gonna feel like, this is not me. I cannot believe I was ever that person. And so you're gonna naturally come to this place. And this is where you must not become obsessed about how things are gonna work out. The how is what is creating doubt and confusion and control, and is what is fucking up your mindset and your self-image. Because the mind, the conscious mind, is always trying to predict, okay, I want this, I want it, baby, but how am I gonna get it? I could not get it until up to now, but now you're telling me I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna get it from God or whatever. So the mind is good at creating all this kind of confusion, fighting and arguing and trying to control and feel like I am in charge. I am the one who needs to make it. But you have to understand that life the quantum field, God, universe, whatever you want to, infinite intelligence, whatever you want to quantify, that energy that gives life to all things, already has that reality completely laid out for you, for all of us. And all you need to do is to bring yourself to that place and then start working on that timeline. And then things will be revealed to you as you go. You might get an idea. Well, where do ideas come from? You may ask me. They come from the field, right? Because your mind is tuned in, tapped on to that reality. So now you start to receive ideas. Synchronicity, I should do that. I should call that person. I should start my YouTube channel. I should do whatever, right? And as you are that person, you act on that impulse, right? You act on that impulse. And now you start to leave that person and everything just falls into place. So the path is revealed as you go. And this can feel fucking scary. That's why you try to control everything. That's why you try to be a freaking maniac about how things gonna come out. Because your logical mind is trying to feel safe and is trying to keep you in that predictable, familiar future that you know exactly how things can come. And even if it's crappy, it's safe. Well, at least it feels safe because it's familiar and it's predictable. So you have to bring yourself in, have faith that as you raise your level of mind and feeling, you will naturally become a match to who you are and to that reality that you want. Because life doesn't give you what you want, life gives you who you are. That's why Neville Goddard often said that your self-concept is what creates your reality. So your self-concept right now is creating that future life that's coming no matter what, until you change your concept of yourself, of your world, of who you are, how worthy you are, and those beliefs and thoughts and stories that you hold. And as you shift, you will shift your life. And that's what it means. That version of yourself already exists. All you need to do is you need to transmute the old feeling, the old consciousness into a new consciousness. So I hope this makes sense. Creation is finished, what it means and how it applies to you and your life and the reality that you want. Let me know what you think down in the comments as well, guys. If you have any question, feel free to ask down in the comment or to share down in the comments. As always, take some time to subscribe on this channel. Thank you for helping me grow. And if you like more of this video, I will see you next time, guys. Be well.